Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. The Planning and Zoning Commission will host a public hearing to discuss an updated proposed short-term rental ordinance. The meeting is scheduled for 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday, March 1st in the Katie Dorset Council Chamber at the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. Residents can also join the meeting on Zoom. The updated proposed regulations for short-term rentals, which include the rental of private homes through services such as Airbnb and Vrbo, were presented to the City Council on January 26th. Attendees in person and those online will have up to 3 minutes to present to the Planning and Zoning Commission. To request the Zoom link, please email the request to Planning Manager Mike Kirkman in the Planning Department. Comments can also be shared via email. The meeting will be broadcast live on Greensboro Television Network, available on Spectrum, AT&T, Lumos, and Roku. Following this public hearing, the Commission will make an official recommendation about the ordinance. The matter will then go before City Council for another public hearing and final vote. For more information about the proposed ordinance, visit the city's website. The Glenwood Branch Library is inviting the community to watch the documentary Madame Sarah. The screening will be followed by a conversation with its award-winning director, Étant Dupin. The event will take place at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, February 28th. The Haitian women known as Madame Sarah work tirelessly to buy, distribute, and sell food and other essentials in markets throughout their country. Despite the obstacles of working in a sector lacking investment, infrastructure, and state assistance, the Madame Sarah continue to be one of the most critical parts of the Haitian economy. This film amplifies the calls of the Madame Sarah as they speak directly to society to share their dreams for a more just Haiti. The panel discussion will include director Étant Dupin and members of Haitians of the Triangle and the North Carolina Haitian Women's Coalition. Prior to the event, the Bon Frité food truck from Raleigh will be on site selling authentic Haitian food. Registration is required and admission is free. The Glenwood Branch Library is located at 1901 West Florida Street. To reserve a seat, please send an email to John Serrano. For more information about Greensboro Public Library events, visit the city's website. The Greensboro Office of Sustainability, along with the Community Sustainability Council, is launching the inaugural #Live Green Awards program. As part of Greensboro's path toward becoming a more sustainable community, the #Live Green Awards has been created to recognize leadership in sustainable business practices. Greensboro residents are invited to submit nominations in one of the following categories: Community Sustainability Leadership, Energy Wise, Friend of Sustainability, In Touch with Nature, Quality of Life, Waste Not, and Water Wise. The winner in each category will be presented an award and recognized at the Earth Day event on Saturday, April 22nd at the Greensboro Farmers Curb Market. Nominations must be submitted online by March 22nd and include supporting documentation. Nominations without supporting documentation will not be considered. For more information, contact the Office of Sustainability and Resilience at 336-373-2860. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
Hello, are you having trouble sleeping? I'm Dr. Clint Young, Medical Director of the Cone Health Sleep Disorder Center. Today we're going to talk about some important ways to help you get a better night's rest. Most people sleep best if they get 6 or 8 hours of regular sleep every night. The best bedrooms are quiet, cool, dark, comfortable, and safe. That means if you have a mattress that hurts your back, maybe it's time to change it. Cool means a couple of degrees at least cooler than your daytime temperature, not cold. But it can help a lot to have a layered set of blankets rather than one heavy comforter that is all or nothing. If you're feeling a little too warm, try sticking a foot out from under the cover. Just something to shed a little body heat can make a big difference. Keep the bedroom a safe, neutral place. Don't have your arguments there. Don't worry about finances and family relationships in the bedroom. And get rid of the electronics. TVs, laptops, tablets, cell phones have bright screens that make the brain think that it's daytime. The pings of alerts all night long will not help you sleep, and you do better if you get rid of those. The habit of going to bed at a regular time is a learned habit to some extent. If you're too casual about when you get up and when you go to bed, your brain starts having more trouble figuring out what's bedtime. So get regular about it. It doesn't have to be rigid, but if you have a consistent bedtime, you'll do better. As you get ready for bedtime, we try to help people calm down, quiet down. It can help to do something easy and distracting. Reading quietly, doing puzzles can be better than doing something that's really engaging, like work from the office or playing an active video game that is stimulating. Try to get your exercise in earlier in the day. It's hard to get your body temperature back down again if you exercise too close to bed. We like people to eat and drink an hour or more before bedtime. It makes you more comfortable. It cuts down having to get up at night to go to the bathroom. It can reduce reflux problems at night. Just think in terms of settling down, quieting down, finishing up the day so that you can go on to bed. Everybody has trouble sleeping sometimes. Trouble going to sleep in the first place, trouble waking up before you're ready to. We call those the insomnias. And again, that's normal unless it happens over and over again or begins to disturb the quality of your life. It helps to calm down, to quiet down, relax, just drift, think about things that you want to think about, and don't try to solve life's problems while you're lying in bed. If sleep just won't come, then you may be better off getting up, going and doing something quiet and comfortable for a little while until you're ready to try again. That's better than lying there fretting about it. There's a place for sleep medicines. There's a big market for them and lots of people trying to sell them. Just remember that sleep medicines are tools, they're not the solution. If you're really having trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, then we can help you understand more deeply what's going on and maybe fix the underlying problem. Everybody has problems sleeping sometimes. It doesn't need to be a consuming issue for you, and it doesn't need to be something that you frighten about every night as you get ready to go to bed. Hope you sleep well.
Representatives are needed for the elections being held by Greensboro's immigrant and refugee communities, and the city is preparing to hire for the summer job season. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The city's International Advisory Committee, or IAC, is holding its leadership team elections in April. Established in 2008, the IAC is the voice of the city's international community, presenting to the Human Rights Commission and City Council. Since 2015, Greensboro's immigrant and refugee communities have held biennial elections. Applicants must be at least 18 years old to run for one of the following roles: Chair, Vice Chair, Secretary, and Executive Member. Interested parties should complete the online application no later than 5 p.m. on Tuesday, March 21st. Candidates must attend an online information session before the election takes place. Applicants who meet the listed requirements will be placed on the ballot. Voting happens on April 21st and April 22nd during a resource fair for newcomers. It takes place at the Greensboro Coliseum Terrace at 1921 West Gate City Boulevard. An online training session will be offered to volunteers on April 12th and 13th. For more information, visit the city's website or contact Jody Stanley at 336-373-2038. Greensboro Parks and Recreation is hiring for all part-time summer jobs. More than 100 positions are available. The city is in need of camp counselors, camp directors, park attendants, playground counselors, inclusion counselors, program assistants, and various swimming pool positions. Parks and Recreation Director Phil Fleischman said a part-time job at Greensboro Parks and Recreation is not only a fun way to spend the summer, it's also a wonderful introduction to the recreation, aquatics, and childcare professions. We welcome job applicants with a wide range of experience and backgrounds, from students to the new workforce to retirees with extensive work experience. Pay starts at $15.50 per hour for up to 40 hours a week from June to August. There is a particular need for lifeguards. Applicants must be at least 15 years old. New employees will receive all appropriate lifeguard and safety training. For more information about the open positions and pay rates, visit the job board on the city's website. Creative Greensboro has named 1/3 by Larry Bliss as the winner of the 2024 New Play Project and Mark Gilbert Award. Bliss, a Raleigh resident, is no stranger to the triad. His plays have appeared in local festivals. He contributed to Goodley Frame Theater's Affairs of the Heart series. Bliss is a member of the Greensboro Playwrights Forum and the Dramatists Guild. He is also a regular on the Sips and Scripps Playwright Development platform and serves on the board of Odyssey Stage. 1/3 features Cynthia and Paul Morningside. They expect to inherit half of their father's estate. When the executor reveals a third beneficiary, the siblings are shocked to learn their father wasn't who they thought he was at the end of his life. 1/3 dives deep into racial equity, institutionalized financial racism, ethics and palliative care, and how some people are willing to change and others just can't until everything hits rock bottom. 1/3 will be produced by Creative Greensboro next January. A record number of submissions were submitted by North Carolina playwrights. The final selection was curated from a panel of theater artists along with New Play Project 2022 winner Sally Kinka. Carbon monoxide poisoning poses a real threat to thousands of Americans each year. Coming up after the break, we'll check in with Greensboro's fire and life safety educator with the 411 on how to prevent injury. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Each year across the United States, carbon monoxide poisoning causes more than 50,000 emergency department visits, resulting in at least 430 deaths. Joining me now to tell us about an inexpensive device that can save your life is Dee Shelton. She is the Fire and Life Safety Educator for the Greensboro Fire Department. Hello, Dee. Welcome back.
Hey, Carla. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining me. So first, let's start by you explaining what is carbon monoxide gas.
So carbon monoxide gas it has no taste, no odor, you cannot smell it, you can't see it, but it's referred to as a silent killer. It is the byproduct of when we burn any type of fuel, and fuel in the way of fire is not just what we think about with liquid fuels like gasoline or propane or kerosene. It is also anything that will burn.
Okay, so this could be as simple as you in your garage with your motor running.
Yes.
You're not paying attention and maybe you shut the garage door.
Right.
Okay.
Even with the garage door open, they suggest that you pull the vehicle out because that still can capture in that, roof or in the ceiling area.
Okay.
So you should pull it out.
And especially if it's odorless and you can't see it.
No way to know it's there other than not feeling well.
Okay, so how does this affect elderly and children so much differently than other age groups?
Yes, so our elderly, of course, usually, not always, but usually they're already suffering with some type of medical issue that could cause breathing problems in the first place. So that is, it's already putting them at a disadvantage. And then the fact that with our youth, they're much smaller, so their body mass being much smaller, it doesn't take long for the carbon monoxide to really go through their bodies much quicker, so it takes them over much quicker.
Okay, so we do want to try to prevent this as much as we possibly can.
It's not good for anyone.
Yes. Now, is there an alarm similar to a smoke alarm that you could have to detect carbon monoxide?
Yes, there are CO alarms or carbon monoxide alarms. You can buy them separately, or they can come in a combination with your smoke alarm. So if it's time for you to replace the smoke alarms, they're close to that 10-year date, you can get a combination where it does both jobs. If you've got a 2-story home, you need one on at least every level. And just like the smoke alarms, 10 years on the age, looking for that date that was stamped on there from the manufacturer, adding 10 years to that, testing them every month, and if the battery needs changing, making sure we're changing that about every 6 months to a year.
Okay, now do you have like the same maintenance guidelines as far as in addition to batteries, changing those out?
Yes, so it's pretty much hand in hand with exactly what you do with your smoke alarms.
Okay,
Yes.
Now the fire department is really good at coming out if you don't have a smoke alarm. Is it the same? Do you offer up the free carbon monoxide?
We wish we could, but right now that's still not offered to us through the grant through the state. I think they're working on getting those. So right now we don't offer the alarms, but we can come out and change your batteries if they need it.
Okay, well that's always good to know. Well, we thank you for educating us about what is carbon monoxide gas and the fact that there is an alarm. It's fairly inexpensive and it will save your life.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe around 20-ish bucks.
Yes,
Not
it's
much.
worth it.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
think my life is worth more than $20.
Absolutely, everyone's is.
Well, thank you, Dee. We always look forward to your safety tips, and
Thank
we'll
you.
see you again next time.
All right.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. The City Council has resumed meeting in the Katie Dorset Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The City of Greensboro and the Greensboro Urban Area Metropolitan Planning Organization, or MPO, will receive a grant for $755,000. This money will be used to develop a comprehensive safety action plan for Greensboro, Summerfield, Sedalia, Oak Ridge, Pleasant Garden, Stokesdale, and much of unincorporated Guilford County. The MPO will conduct a detailed study of car crashes and safety conditions in these areas. Working with the North Carolina Department of Transportation, the MPO will develop a comprehensive plan for preventing traffic fatalities and serious injuries by redesigning roads, conducting public education, and enacting safety-focused policies, among other strategies. This work will expand partnerships and build from the work completed by Vision Zero Greensboro and the current Vision Zero Greensboro Action Plan. Greensboro is one of 510 communities nationwide and 12 in North Carolina selected by the U.S. Department of Transportation for funding under the New Safe Streets and Roads for All grant program. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
Hey, it's Dave, and here are some of the special events happening this weekend on the town. Some of the top college women's basketball teams in the country come to Tournament Town March 1st through the 5th when the Greensboro Coliseum hosts the Atlantic Coast Conference Women's Tournament for the 23rd time in 24 years. Individual session tickets cost as little as $7. Buy yours and see the entire tournament schedule online at theacc.com. Veteran rock musician and composer Randall Bramlett is live in The Crown at the Carolina Theater on March 3rd. The Georgia native is a frequent performer and plays regularly with the likes of Steve Winwood, Bonnie Raitt, and the Allman Brothers. Buy tickets for $25 in advance and learn more at carolinatheater.com. Senior citizens can purchase a laptop computer and receive 4 basic instructional sessions for $100 through the city's Silver Tech program. Staff at the Trotter Active Adult Center and the organization to provide equal access to technology host one of these sessions March 4th at 10 a.m. Call 336-373-2927 to register. The Glen McNary Branch Library hosts a Dungeons and Dragons Club for students in grades 6 through 12. The group meets on Saturday, March 4th for gameplay. Registration is required for this free event, so visit the city's website at greensboro-nc.gov to learn more. Charismatic comic Country Wayne brings his Help Is on the Way tour to the Tanger Center March 4th at 8 p.m. The hilarious internet sensation and father of 10 kids is one of comedy's rising stars, and you can see him with tickets starting at $35. Visit tangercenter.com for more information. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The Greensboro Youth Council is collecting new and gently used formal wear for its Camille's Closet and Theo's Threads pop-up shops today through March 10th. The program provides free formal wear to middle and high school students to wear to the prom. Cash donations are also being accepted. This year's sponsors include Four Seasons Town Center, Backpack Beginnings, and the Cheshire Center. Program coordinator Jasia Stevenson said this is our first year back after the pandemic, and we need the community's help to replenish our racks with prom dresses, suits, and accessories. Please join us in making it possible for every teen to have a positive prom experience. Donated items must have been purchased in the past 5 years and be in gently used condition, including all accents such as beading, lace, buckles, and snaps. There is a need for plus-size dresses and gowns and big and tall-size dress shirts and slacks. All accessories are welcome. Camille's Closet and Theo's Threads pop-up shops will be open March 29th through March 31st at Four Seasons Town Center. For more information and to view the list of donation locations, visit the city's website. Straight ahead on the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the United Way of Greater Greensboro. Residents are invited to celebrate Live United Day with the City of Greensboro and the United Way by helping create a unique piece of art that displays the phrase Live United. Residents are invited to paint their fingerprints on the artwork. This will take place from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Wednesday, March 1st at the Greensboro Cultural Center located at 200 North Davie Street. Those who participate will be treated to free Ben & Jerry's ice cream. The artwork will travel to various municipal buildings where city employees will be encouraged to leave their own individual marks. The completed work will be presented to the Greensboro City Council and eventually placed on display at City Hall. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM and 100.7 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Connect GSO, plus GTN is streaming on Roku. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.